Hello, everyone. My name is Ken Kelly. I'm president of Kelly Roofing, and I'm a roofer's coffee shop influencer. This month, we're talking about technology, specifically the technology stack. So they've asked me to talk about this because in 2015, Kelly Roofing won the Microsoft Visionary Award for our use in their Dynamics platform and how we've taken it and extended it into many areas and used it more for a full 360 view of how software can help automate most of the processes in a business. But I'd like to take a step back. I'd like to talk not on the advanced side of things, but on the first step side of things. What do you do first? How can you create this digital transformation? In the digital journey, what is the first step? How do you get started? So I want to talk about what we did. We originally were, just like everybody else, on server-based software, right? So we still have a server. It's actually right there. And the only thing it does today is run our big printer and scanner and all that kind of stuff. And it does a little bit of document storage until it syncs to the cloud. But besides the point, we had everything as regular applications, right? So when you think of applications, those are full functional. Those are installed on a computer, and they perform single functions. You will go in and out of them. Apps are lighter versions. They're usually in some kind of mobile device, like a tablet or a cell phone. And back in the day, we had these full apps. One of the things that we enjoyed using and we thought helped with productivity was the Microsoft Office suite. So you may know some of those products, for instance, Outlook. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, right? They each have an individual function, but you could share information back and forth. You can kind of copy and paste and all that, and it would work. The first step for us, the biggest pain point that we had, was email. Because we hosted our own Exchange server anytime the internet went down here, and that happened a lot in Florida where we get these huge thunderstorms and it just knocked the power out, we'd have an issue because we'd lose our emails. No emails could be sent or received. And it was very frustrating trying to run the business without having that type of communication. So we went to Microsoft early on and we transferred over into what is called the Office 365 subscription service. The theory behind that was, who better to maintain your Exchange server, your email client, your documents, your Active Directory, or your list of users, than the company who wrote the software that pretty much all businesses run on anyways, and that's Microsoft. So instead of paying a one-time fee for, let's say, for instance, server or Exchange, you were basically paying a monthly fee per user for them to manage that and host it and give you all the upgrades and benefits that come along with it. When we first looked at the costs, we thought that was probably about break even. It looked like the amount of money that we were spending every 2 years for the full Office suite, the maintenance of our server, the server software, the Exchange software, all of that, compared to what it was costing us for our monthly service fee, it's about the same. Today, there are so many more benefits that come with the Office 365 subscription that it's really a no-brainer. Everyone, in my opinion, should either be with, for instance, Microsoft or a G Suite or something along those lines so that you can get the benefits of having a single way to manage your organization, to have each individual user have their own access to software, file storage, emails, and that also can give you additional benefits that you don't hear a lot about. For instance, we have access now to not only SharePoint, but OneDrive. So although documents can be stored, well, what happens if an employee quits or gets injured? We need to be able to access those documents. We don't have that employee's password, for instance, but those documents can be shared company-wide. If we have a training manual, for instance, we want to update it, be updated in one place and shared everywhere. So it's really nice to have that document storage facility that's shared by all. And that comes for free with those subscriptions. We get 1 terabyte of information, which is 1,000 gigabytes, which is a tremendous amount of storage space. And even with all of the documents and jobs and photos and everything that we have, we still haven't come close to filling that up. And what's great is each individual user actually gets a terabyte of space. So gosh, could you imagine with all the users that we have, we'd never use up that space. So that's one. Let's take another one. Teams, Microsoft Teams. So you've heard probably of Slack, perhaps. Some of these WhatsApp, for instance, WeChat, if you're in China, and they're kind of like a communications platform where you can send little messages back and forth. You can also run phone calls through it. You have voicemails. You can have mailboxes where a customer can call in, and then you say press 1 for sales and 2 for service and all that kind of stuff. You can have messages. You can have after hours. All of this is available in Microsoft Teams Plus. Not only do we get the messaging and everything, but Teams, as per its name, you can unify. Like if our sales team has a channel and only stuff that's related to sales could be shared or is shared in the sales team, and they all have access to it. They have their own OneNote, they have their own document storage, they have their own feed like Facebook where you can see all the things that are happening in a chronological order. It's fantastic, and all of this is available as part of that Office 365 subscription. And going all the way back to the beginning, there was one thing that I wanted to fix, and that was having this email uptime. Well, not only does Microsoft now, of course, host our emails, but they also give us all the updates, security, cybersecurity, threats, spam protection, and all those things that go along with it. And it's really nice that you have the industry leader, the world leader, managing that for a small monthly fee. It's well worth it. And it has 100% fixed our email shortage issue or outage issue. The other thing that it's provided us is something called Active Directory. So imagine you have one of your employees use their own device, right? So we call it BYOD, bring your own device. And let's say, for instance, they bring their own device to work, and they're accessing work emails on it and maybe work files. And all of a sudden, that phone was lost. Well, you don't know where your proprietary information is. You don't know who has access to it. So with Active Directory, simply go into the online portal, the administrative portal, and you can turn off access to that device. So all of the emails will automatically be erased. No access to any of your company's documents will be available, even if the person has the password. So it's really nice to have that. You can do that on tablets, phones, computers, laptops, doesn't matter. It will do it universally to everyone or every device so that you know that your company's assets are protected. So that's just another advantage that you get from this Office 365 subscription. How much does it cost? It depends on the plan. If you have remote workers and they're not using a whole lot of applications on the laptops, you just want to do kind of a frontline worker type program, it's only a couple bucks a month, $4, $5, $6 a month, depending on the plan and how many users you have. If you want full functionality, it could be 12 to 15 bucks a month. And if you want full functionality with domestic calling plans and all that kind of stuff, it's like 18, maybe 20 bucks a month. It's very fair in its pricing for all of the benefits that you receive for that. How do you get started? So what we did is we hired in an Office 365 migration expert. All we did was put down all of our users. We had their email address, their phone number, their title, their name, maybe their cell phone number, their address, and we just put it in an Excel spreadsheet and we sent that off. For $50 a user, they set up each individual with their role, with an Office 365 account, and they came in and they provided a little bit of training to make sure that we transitioned over. They set up all the DNS servers, all the SMTP, everything we needed was set up for us for that $50 per user, and it was seamless. So now, instead of some users may, for instance, still have a Gmail account for their business, like abcroofing@gmail.com. Well, to have the vanity name of your actual extension really adds a lot of credibility to your organization. And Office 365, when you get the first user, you now get the ability to have a true Exchange extension where you can buy that domain. And, for instance, us, all of our email addresses are at kellyroofing.com, right? No more of those fit in with everybody else in society. This is a very professional way of going about it, and that's how we have it. So he was able to set all that up and get us running. It only took a couple of days. It was very easy transition. Nobody really noticed anything. We started installing all the apps on our phones, and all of a sudden the emails were flowing in, and here we are. We're active. So that's kind of a step. I don't want to take any more of your time. I just wanted to let you know that if you have any follow-up questions, you can reach out to me. It's ken@kellyroofing.com. Feel free to shoot any questions you might have in the tech world or anything else. I'm happy to help. Again, this is Ken Kelly, president of Kelly Roofing, and I'm a roofer's coffee shop influencer. Happy 2019. I wish you all the best of luck. We'll talk to you next time. See ya.